Saxophone. I'm the department chairperson of Fine and Practical Arts, and also the choir director. I'd like to welcome you to the winter concert. We're really excited to be back to our first combined band and choir concert since before the pandemic. And we're really glad to be here to make music together tonight. The one slight change to our annual tradition is we will not be having an audience and alumni sing at the Hallelujah Chorus as the concert finale, which until last year had been at least a 24-year tradition. But it just didn't seem like the smart choice to invite a random group of people up to stand really close together and sing. So we made a new tradition this year, and our concert finale is the combined choirs and the band, and we did pick a pretty decent festival holiday carols to sing. So you will at least get some kind of a grand finale, even though it might not be our tradition. And so to any alumni that are here hoping to sing, we wish we were singing together in that way too. Maybe someday that tradition will be. So I'm really glad. In some ways our groups are a little bit smaller post-pandemic, but that has allowed us, there's nothing less in the quality and the work that we've been able to do. In fact, the students that have stayed committed to their instruments and to the choral program throughout this time really are to be commended. And the quality of what you're about to see, I'm very pleased with the work that's been done by all groups. It's been no journey to get here. So we're really glad to share with you. Each group, it's a pretty short concert. We are not taking an intermission. We have worked it out so there are no major set changes. So we'll go jazz band into concert choir, into bella voce, into select choir, into the band, into the combined finale, and to call it a concert. As such, we ask you to please visit the Silver Lake Performing Arts Association on the way out, have sort of a little intermission in the lobby, but then you don't have to come back in, you can go home after that. So, all right, so we thank you for coming, and I turn the program over to Mr. Doobie and the jazz band.
This is Montecito. It's a Joe Henderson piece, famous tenor saxophone player, arranged by Terry White. We have two soloists, Aiden Ramsey on alto saxophone and Emily on we're switching to our piece entitled Sack of Woe. Very Christmas like. So this is a Cannonball Adderley piece. Famous alto sax player, arranger, composer. And you'll have the same soloists featured as well, Amelia and Trumpet, and David Ramsey on alto saxophone.
Thanks, everybody. So behind me, I have concert choir. Concert choir is a non-auditioned. Everybody is welcome to sing in this class. It's all grades 9 through 12. And we've worked really hard. Some of these ninth graders hadn't had an in-person ensemble since the middle of 7th grade, so we really have been building our skill on what it is to sing as an ensemble. We have two pieces. The first is called Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. You might be familiar with the very famous Robert Frost poem, and we really liked it talks about a person taking a walk in the woods and really just pausing to think and wonder at the beauty, and just rest and think for a while. And I think we've all know that can be sort of welcome in the world we're living in. And then we are singing a traditional Hebrew melody called Hine Matov.
Whose voices are a thing I know. His house is in the village store. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow.
So this is Bella Voce. Bella Voce meets after school on Tuesdays, and we asked Theo to join us to play bass on this piece. One of the cool things, yeah, you can clap for Theo. And that's before you hear him play. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm just getting old. What was I going to say? One of the other really positive things about the way that we taught music for the last couple of years is there's like this now national and international community of music teachers from all over the world who all had to revisit our practice and all had to like make changes. We were just experiencing it so together that there are these Facebook groups and people are sharing resources and posting self-published works. And so this piece was a piece that I had just, the younger music educator from the West Coast had posted it, like, here's some of my arrangements, and they're really cool. So one of the things I wanted to try to give the students was a little bit more contemporary music. So this is not a holiday song of any kind. In fact, it's a very much teenage heartbreak, and not even teenage, anyone. You've done me wrong and I'm upset with you, so see you later, pal. But that's important to sing songs like that. So this is Billie Eilish, Lost Cause. I really don't think you need me.
Something's in the air right now, like I'm losing track of time. Like I don't really care right now, but maybe that's fine. You weren't even there that day. I was waiting on you. Were you? I wondered if you were away. That was the last straw for me. I sent you flowers. Did you even care? Did you even shower? Left by the stairs. Yeah. Thought you had yourself together, but you proved me wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost cause, and this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job. lost cause. And this ain't nothing like it once was. Oh, you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job. I used to think you were shy, but maybe you just had nothing on your mind. Maybe you were thinking about yourself all the time. I used to wish you were mine, but that was right before I realized someone like you would always be so easy to find. So easy. Could be anywhere. Gave you no flowers. Wish I didn't care. Thought you would have grown eventually, but you proved me wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost cause. And this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job. You ain't nothing but a lost cause. This ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job.
All right, as Select Choir is taking the stage, we have two pieces for you today. Select Choir is an audition choir of grades 10 through 12 this year, and all students that are singing in the program will have the chance to audition in January for next year's ensembles. The first piece we're singing is called Sure on This Shining Night. It's a newer arrangement by Morton Lauridsen. There's a very famous one by Samuel Barber as well, so you might know the poem or the text. Similar to Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, it's a text that sort of just helps us look for healing and peace and light and some hope. It's definitely the highest level of difficulty. Well, both of these songs are pretty high level of difficulty for different reasons, but this one is a fairly collegiate level of difficulty, and slow, sustained songs are always the hardest, sort of, for whether it's a band or a choir. And we're really grateful to have Ms. Chen with us. She's been able to play with us a couple days this week, which has been really great. I am sending the hugest apologies because in our wonderful setup, we're also working with a new sound system, so you certainly can tell we've got more amplification in some ways than we've had in the past. We have a digital board now, so that allows us to better do some of the EQs for some of the hanging mics, but it's only Mr. Doobie and I running it tonight with our limited experience. So we're doing pretty well, but we are using newer technologies. The one thing I did not do was tune the pianos, so I do wish this was being played on a newly tuned baby grand piano and not an electric keyboard plugged into microphones. So my apologies to Ms. Chen for that, but I will make sure by the next concert that has a real piano part, we won't do it on an electric instrument. So, all right, Sure on This Shining Night, followed by Pentatonic's arrangement of Carol of the Bells, which is a really wonderful student choice, also pretty decent level of difficulty, and features two of our members of our bass section on the vocal percussion, Dylan and Ainsley. All right, Sure on This Shining Night. Oh, yes.
Sure on this
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was good. That was the ensemble that we didn't have. You know, that's what's taken, Mr. Dubey and I were even talking today, like, what we've had to work on is the feel, right? These kids kept up their musicianship. They worked their tails off singing with accompaniment tracks and video recordings and did all the things they could to keep learning. But there is no substitute for together. And that moment that we just had just now was the first one of those. Like, we were still actively rehearsing this morning, like trying to get the timings right, which has more stress than beauty sometimes. That was just beauty. That was really beautiful. Thank you. Okay, now, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, now, you're going to get as close to that as you can, especially him. Like, just call me Grace, okay? All right, my daughter fractured her ankle yesterday. That's where she said sit from. Okay. All right, like really close, okay? Yeah? Good, you got Sam. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Is that okay? Is that all right? All right, I'll say our final thank yous of the evening now as Mr. Doobie comes down to conduct our finale. Our new tradition this year, in lieu of the Hallelujah Chorus, is a combined. Mr. Doobie and I have done quite a few of these combined ones over the years, and this one is, I think I can say, both of our favorites, both for the teaching parts, for the songs that are in it. It's a collection of British carols, so they're not super familiar, but they're not unfamiliar, and it's just a really nice medley. So a la Boston Pops, you can sit back and feel like you're at Mr. Doobie is Keith Lockhart, and this is the Tango and Festival Chorus and the Boston Symphony Orchestra, and enjoy our concert finale, and we'll see you all out in the lobby as you visit the Music Association. Thank you for supporting your son or daughter's, their child's involvement in the Silver Lake Music Program. So thanks for coming, and our concert finale, I'm going up to the sound booth. Thanks, everyone.